It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out of my mind. It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. I'm putting you out, trash day, I'm putting you out of my mind. Now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up the house. I'm taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage.
It starts with some beer, so you shouldn't have fear. Two garbage guys with facts, but they both still have tact. It's that time at last for the best damn podcast. It's Can Crusher Day!
And welcome to another edition of Can Crushers. Joining me today is IRS to remind us the end of tax season is rapidly approaching, and the man whose mellifluous communicativeness helped beat the audit twice from the IRS, the English professor.
That's right. 2-0 against the government.
You're lucky.
All right. Come at me, bro.
Unbelievable. Before we jump on to actually what we're going to talk about, IWC's 18th anniversary, huge shout out to my boy, the other Can Crusher. Congratulations on getting engaged last night.
Hell yeah.
Paul, we love you and welcome to the family tea.
Congratulations, Paul. You got yourself quite a looker there. She's a pretty lady.
Wow. Already. Come at him, bro.
I'm just congratulating the happy young couple.
Oh, all right. So, IWC 18. The first thing I noticed is as soon as I walk in, Plumber spent some money and got a new ring apron. And it fits, it's tight, it's awesome. It's very digital around. It's a sharp-looking thing.
It was really nice looking. It didn't hang loosely. It, like you said, it was tight around the ring. It was pretty sweet.
I liked it. It had like the Twitter handle and like their website and all that too on it, so that's good promoting there.
The only thing it needed was the Can Crusher sticker somewhere on it.
I looked for it. I'll be honest. I thought, oh, maybe he did us a solid and it's on there somewhere. But
it wasn't on the side of the entrance. It might be on the other side.
On Brad Kaler's side.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so Brad was probably looking at it the whole night.
All right. Well, as long as somebody was looking at it the whole night.
Right. We're all right with that. So, Plumber comes out. First of all, I want to thank Cheryl real quick for this spread. We got everything.
Yeah, we got it.
It looks great. From steak and eggs to orange juice and croissants and...
Croissant.
Let's see. I struggled with this word that Pat Lano gave me to do anyway that I will probably never say in my life. So, we'll just leave it at that. Plumber...
You're suggesting I wrote that intro, Mark? That I made you say something nice about it?
No, you didn't write the whole intro, but you said once I was going over the shtick of it that this word...
So just tell everybody that it's all work, Mark.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, well,
all right.
Have a good week, guys. We'll see you Wednesday.
Right.
Go ahead, sorry.
It's all right. Plumber comes out, and Chuck Roberts is back, celebrating the 18th, anniversary. And they're talking a little bit, and there's an awesome video package. This video package is probably one of the best I've seen in a while. Just reliving the 18 years of IWC. Now, that John's going to be eating this whole show, and that's going to sound great in your ears, by the way.
It was all the video packages were fantastic. There was that face-to-face as well, and not to jump over what you just said, but what stuck with me was that face-to-face between the two champions, Wardlow and John McChesney, with Justin in the middle. We couldn't hear it; they just had it playing. But it was in a studio, I guess.
Looked like it was on Sports Center or something.
Yeah, it really
good.
did.
Nice.
It really did. Very cool. Very cool. Really great way to hype up that match.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That was a great match.
It was great.
So just as, Plummer and Roberts are still talking, out comes...
The guys.
Team Storm.
Team Storm. My guys.
They're ready to hit the button. They're ready to just take over the show and go from there.
Well, I had said to you guys, this is all great. This is a lot of fun, the 18 years of history, and that Chuck guy can really talk. I mean, we picked up IWC sort of towards the end of his run, and when Justin and Jenny were being ushered in. That guy was a lot of fun to listen to on the mic. I mean, he could cut a promo. And I said to you guys, but this still needs something. This needs an interruption. And no sooner do I say that than that video at the tail end is interrupted by the Canadian national anthem. And
The flag pops up.
yep, it was awesome. And the music hits, and you either had, there was no in between. You had a chorus of boos, or you had this huge pop, and those guys are a lot of fun.
They are. I actually thought it was going to be just to get them out of the way. I thought the Founding Fathers was going to come out, get the old guys out of the way real quick, and then go from there. That we'd see Argos later on.
Right.
But Argos comes out and says, hey, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And Chuck's like, hey, your match is now. So it brings us to the 4-way tag team match. And I get my shtick out of the way for the main event, Team Storm, Culmination, and our team, Sadie Gang.
Yeah, it was for the IWC Tag Team Championship. What was it? Sort of a lucha rules, right?
they said.
Yeah, no tags necessary. It was wild.
Yeah, it got down and dirty quick.
Yeah, I would say all those guys were ready to go. They were just locked
They were
and
all
loaded.
locked and loaded.
Yeah.
for
Right.
sure.
Perfect. You guys, all right, so that's our segment.
We got you. We picked you up.
Thank you. At least you knew where we were going. Gannon Jones Jr. suicide dive on the outside. When the group was
onto everybody.
onto everybody.
Yeah.
He flew over them. I mean, he hit them, but
Yeah.
he could have flew over them. He's a big man that moves gracefully.
Yeah, that was... a lot of people are doing suicide dives, but that was just beauty. That was poetry. That
He
was
landed
really
on his
nice.
feet.
Yeah.
He's a big dude to land on your feet like that.
Yeah, he plowed into everybody and still landed on his feet. That
And
was
he
incredible.
stuck it too. He didn't like stumble. He stuck it and just looked at the crowd.
He's an all-star.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Yep. For frame of reference, if you guys have seen Ricochet, fly out of the ring and then land on his feet, it was that, only he plowed over 6 other guys in the process.
Yeah.
It was
And-
pretty awesome.
And he's
Any
twice
ways
the
more.
size as Ricochet.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say,
Twice
he's-
the
Right.
size as Ricochet.
Right.
We had the normal suplex powerbomb move that went over well. The belt and the computer come into play by
Liddy. Oh, freaking Liddy. He had abs. I didn't notice that before. Liddy's got abs.
Does he really?
He's shredded, yeah.
Underneath his shirt, his
Yeah,
main
his-
event shirt.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's shredded.
I wasn't checking out the cat's abs, but nonetheless,
Ethan pointed it out.
of course he would. Of course he would. What else is he there for? Snapchat and look at Liddy. I don't know. So Liddy does take a beating, though.
Yeah. Liddy stole the laptop.
The button.
The
reset
button. Yeah. He stole the reset button and ran away with it, which was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of
It
fun.
Made
was.
the crowd laugh.
Yep, there is a way that you can incorporate humor into professional wrestling without being groan worthy about it. And that was a lot of fun, He pulled, ripped it out of his hands, ran around the ring, got chased to the back out to the front. You mentioned he had abs, but he took a kick in the ribs and went down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
They're-
it the
they're
ribs
fresh.
or was
They're
it the
fresh.
ding dong?
I thought it was the ribs.
Oh, okay.
No, was it Argos or
It was Dupree.
Dupree?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sticking up for
he's-
Argos.
Yeah, he's a scumbag to hit a mascot in the first place. But I don't think even he would have hit him low. I think he kicked him in the gut.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to buy the DVD.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out. Liddy went down.
He did go down.
Down for a while. The kids were checking up on him, asked if he was okay, and he shook his head no. He
did, yeah. He did say no.
Yeah.
Main event in the ring got the win as a pinned Remy.
Yeah.
So
I like those guys.
culmination.
The culmination, yes. I do like those guys. They're growing on me. They got the match off and running, too. They hit Sadie Gang with a double drop kick and then immediately went after the champions. So they worked at a pretty fast pace in that match.
They did. I'd like to see the Sadie Gang get more of a push. Besides just coming out and dancing with them, Real McCoy is great. I love
Yeah.
Another Night. Don't get me wrong. It gets everybody going. But We need some more from Sadie Gang. We really do. Let them have a single tag match or something.
It's about time. Yeah.
They're the only ones that didn't get pinned by main event. Culminations got pinned. Team Storms got pinned.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean Sadie Gang deserves
They're the
that?
number one
They're
contenders then.
Yeah.
They
That's what I'm
should be
saying.
the number one contenders, right?
I agree. And I've always been an advocate for you can have more than one tag team match. I'd have been okay. It was a great match. It was a lot of fun. It really was. I still would have been okay with splitting that up into 2 tag team matches.
Yeah, Team Storm get the tag title
Yeah,
shot.
get the rematch. Right.
And then culmination against Sadie Gang for the next number one
Right.
contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Man,
I'd have been okay with that. But as it was still a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was a
fun.
great match anyway.
Yeah.
We did say one thing that we think Liddy should have done. And who wants to touch on that, even though they're your boys, Team Storm?
I'll say, yeah. You know, Liddy stole the laptop. They knocked Liddy down, get it back. They had their backs to Liddy, looking at the champs in the ring. I thought Liddy would have went for the double clothesline, get that last pop before everybody left. But like you said, Liddy shook his head no. I guess he wasn't up for
Yeah.
it. He just didn't have that strength for it. Those
Yeah.
abs are too new.
That would have been way cool, though.
It would have.
Had he
it
done
would have got
that.
a good pop.
Yeah, and I think Team Storm are the sort of guys that could take something like that. Remind me a little bit of the New Age Outlaws.
Yes.
They can work a great match, but they could get beat up by a kid and make
Be
it
fine.
believable, and then still go back in the ring and have a great match and make that believable. They're that good. So I would have loved to have seen like Liddy deck one of them, or like you said, Sue, go for the double clothesline.
Yeah, I might actually have liked the main event then,
Yeah.
if that ever happens. Next matchup is Jamie Jamison against the American Daredevil, Johnny Patch. Johnny's just wiry. He really is wiry. He's just all over the place. But we saw a big country clothesline in this match that we thought Johnny was dead.
That turned Johnny inside out.
Yeah, I hit him right, right around the neck. I thought it was going to tear his head off. I haven't seen a clothesline like that in years.
Since JBL.
Yeah.
Bradshaw,
Yeah. Man, he blasted him.
But we saw some new things from Johnny as he's doing some rope work. He's got educated feet now on the ropes, so he's bouncing around. Johnny is the Rookie of the Year, and he looks great. I mean, he got the win.
He got the win 6 months in, and this kid is doing incredible stuff. And, we got a chance to, you and I got a chance to talk to him, Mark, and he was saying, I got to do some new stuff. I got to do some death-defying stuff. And I didn't necessarily agree with that. He did do some new stuff, some new rope stuff. But get ready, listeners, Mark moment. He told a story in the ring.
Yeah.
He really did. And that's what it's about, Tell us a story. When Jameson had him up like in a Samoan drop type position, it looked like Johnny Patch was going to wriggle free, but then he didn't. But then he did, and it went into the sunset flip. What I'm saying is it wasn't graceful, but that's okay. It looked like a guy genuinely struggling
To get away.
To get away, yeah. Get out of this hole that this big guy has him in.
So Jamie's been in and around now for 2 years, and he's kind of stuck. He had a run at this high-stakes title. He held it once, but he's always, and I'm going to say it, he's the big show.
I was going to
of
say, you
IWC.
said it last night, yeah.
He's good sometimes, he's bad sometimes, he's in between sometimes. What do we need from him?
That's a tough one. I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I wouldn't rush it.
No, I'm not saying rush it, but I just stick with one. Either go
Yeah.
completely. I actually liked it when he was with Gambino. Gambino
Yeah.
is now since
Retired,
from
yeah.
the ring, and he's got other things going on. But I like that because it was kind of like Gambino, the badass with this. It was his mentor. Is the
Right.
word I was looking for.
That might have thrown him off because he had a couple wins there in a row when Gambino was still around.
Yeah.
Gambino loses the belt to Chess, leaves IWC, and then Jamie's like, well, just kind of stuck there. So that could throw him off a little bit.
I want to give Jamie his props too, though. During that match, what he did, he made it all look believable, but in a subtle way. He didn't oversell anything. What stuck out to me was when the match was over. It was over with a crucifix. Was it crucifix or backslide? Crucifix. Which is unusual, but it was nice to see something different, an old school pinning combination to win a match. But when he got up and he looked at the ref, he kind of held up two fingers and made a face like, wasn't that two? It kind of reminded me like if you get a called strike, a batter doesn't blow a gasket. He just maybe turns to the umpire and says, "You don't think maybe that was a little low?" And the ump's like, "Nope, it was in the strike zone."
You're out of here.
Right. He doesn't throw him out. He says, "No, that was in the strike zone." So Jamie got up. He's like, "You sure that wasn't two?" And the ref's like, "No, it was three." And I thought that was a real moment.
It
I
was.
was like, "Okay, fine." It was three. Shook his hand and got out of the ring.
I was going to say, there was a lot of, like, Ring of Honor around this match. They shook hands beforehand. They hugged it out afterwards.
Yeah.
So I thought, for a moment, I thought Jamie's going to get pissed and just clock Johnny Patch
That's what
at
I
the
thought
end.
for a second, yeah.
That thought crossed my mind, but I'm glad they went with.
I liked it better this way.
Yeah.
I liked it better this way. Maybe we could see something from both of them down the line. So the three first Super Indie people are released for the tournament. Anthony Green's coming back.
Platinum Honeys.
Yeah, the Platinum
Awesome.
Honeys. The return of Jonathan Gresham.
I was
The
surprised.
Octopus.
I was
He won it
surprised by
last
that.
year. He
Yeah.
won it last year.
He's been in the
deserved-
finals the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And then Joey Ryan.
Wow. That's a big name.
That's a huge
Big
name. If you don't know who Joey Ryan is, and the strength that he has down under, just make sure you look it up.
That's the guy where in Japan he got grabbed by the hoo-ha. Is that the guy?
Yeah. And he can flip people with it.
By
Right.
the
Well,
Just-
that's awesome.
that's
yeah.
strength.
That's unbelievable.
Strength.
We know a guy like that. Went to high school with him.
We do know a guy like that.
What's up, Pat?
He's got strength, different reasons.
Yeah.
Why,
Yeah.
No. All right.
I'm
Next
too young
up.
for that. I don't even-
Yeah, you don't even need to know why Pat's penis is so big and strong. It's
All
unbelievable.
right. This took a
You
turn.
brought
The
it.
next
I did.
match.
You brought it. One of the greatest feuds of IWC. Dylan Bostic
Yeah.
against Andrew Palace. Whoever wins this is also in the Super Indie tournament.
Well, the three that were announced, did they earn a spot in, or were they just automatically? Did I miss something?
I'm guessing Gresham gets a spot for winning it last year.
And
That's
being
my
so
guess.
great,
And
yeah.
yeah.
Anthony Green only had his first IWC match last month.
Right.
And
So-
lost.
Yeah.
And lost. But he got the Platinum
But
Honeys.
he showed he's a good worker.
and
so
maybe Plummer's a fan of Platinum.
maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Good point. Or Honeys. Maybe he's a fan
Yeah.
of Honeys.
Honeys.
Jenny, keep an eye on that. But who knows?
And then Joey Ryan, do we need to get back into that?
No, okay, no,
No,
we
yeah,
figured
we
that
did
one out.
that.
All
Okay.
right. I was surprised at Gresham. I said to my friend sitting next to me, Amy, sorry. Yeah, I told her, I said, because when we were watching the video, she said, "Oh, I love Gresham." I said, "I do too, but I don't think you're going to see him in IWC anytime soon, just because he had, a conflict with a lot of scheduling. He's wanted in a lot of different places. I didn't think we were going to see him again, but I was like 0 for in all my predictions last night. I wasn't right about anything.
Right. IWC just brings, it was like a friend meeting friends and friend. I mean, because we met some other friends from other places that we haven't seen in a while. And John, you reconnected with Amy. You saw her rise, and you guys actually work in Bridgeville together, and you guys set up a lunch date, and you're kind of just gonna hang out one of these days.
Talk wrestling.
Yeah, she's a huge fan because I recognized her, and someone had taken her seat, so they went and got her another seat. It was a packed house, by the way. We didn't touch on that.
Record-breaking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
record breaking.
Congratulations, guys.
Yep, same
Yeah,
to you.
congratulations.
Congratulations being a part of that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank
Plummer, congratulations. You
Yep.
deserve it.
Jenny, congratulations. Norm, Chuck, congratulations. So they went and got her another chair, and I looked at her, I'm like, I know you from someplace. And I said, oh, yeah, she said, did we go to a wrestling match? Did we see each other at a wrestling match? And I said,
Clearly.
right, yeah, where else are we going to see each other?
Bridgeville.
And I said,
We're going to go to lunch now.
that organization with all the women, Rise.
Rise.
We went to a Rise TV taping. She's like, oh, yeah, now I remember you guys. So we gave her a business card, told her to give us a listen. She said she met Andrew Palace in Bridgeville and was like, oh, I know this guy. Who is he? And then it clicked. And she goes, I don't know if you know where Bridgeville is. I said, I work in Bridgeville. So she's like, oh, I work in Bridgeville.
So that's why you guys then continued to talk, set up, maybe going to the lunch or something.
Yeah.
She was talking about an awesome app. Tell everybody about that. I can't remember what it's called now.
There's
1099.
There's like a fight app.
I have that one.
Yeah, but she was telling me about another one. Unfortunately, I don't remember.
I wasn't paying. I don't want to listen to your conversations or anything.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not the most tech savvy, but she showed me this app that's got just endless and endless hours of various promotions. And not to go off on a tangent, but we need to talk about this on an episode sometime. Why there's so much WWE? Because personally, I feel there's so much WWE, I don't even have time to watch some of the other stuff. I wonder if that's why they do it. Might as well just oversaturate you guys with my product. Even if you don't watch it, there won't be any time left for you to watch the other guys.
That's a great subject that we can definitely talk on because
Put it on the Thursday show.
Yeah, on Thursday, because WrestleMania this year is going to be 38 hours.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to be able to watch even NXT because nonetheless. But it was great. Everybody connected last night. John's got dates, and
But I'm married.
But no, dinner dates. I can go on dinner dates with anybody. So, yeah. If you know that app that John's trying to think about, Amy, of course you know it. Email us at cancrusher69@gmail.com. It's on the card we gave you. Maybe we'll get you on the show on a Thursday night, chat something. It'd be great. It really would bum the Young Bucks weren't there last night, though.
Yeah.
All right, so
It was a super kick party, though, last night, I must say.
Super kick party last night. John got a moment. John got a moment in this match. And it got very quiet. A diamond cutter had been done. And I don't think anybody realized it was a diamond cutter until John got up. And it was quiet for about 30 seconds. Bang!
Yep.
And he sat right back down.
Hand gesture and everything. I will not let people forget the diamond cutter. That was one of the most innovative moves at that time.
You were also giving it to the ref before the match.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I told you, ref. I said he put a chair under the ring. It's right there. It's under the ring.
Ignored you.
Ignored me. Bostic brings a chair into the ring. He and Palace struggle over it. The ref goes to take it away. Bostic grabs another chair. Boom! Throws it at him. The sound ricochets off the walls, knocks him out, and ref's like, oh, geez, he's out? I better count 3. I think that's getting just a little old, the chair shot to the head.
That's Bostic's stick, though.
Yeah. Dylan, all due respect, I love you. He looked like a bigger douchebag than ever before last night.
I told him...
He just looks great. This green thing that you have on your hat, your horrible Gucci headband, the sunglasses, and your beard looks disheveled. Dude, you're doing great things.
Mm-hmm.
He's sort of a modern-day Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yes.
With different outfits that don't quite go together, but
they go perfectly together.
Yeah. Yeah. I told him he looked like he had green squirrel testicles on his head.
You did.
Yep.
That's what it was.
I was full of one-liners last night.
Yeah, you were full of something.
So what? That's number 4 into the tournament, Bostic.
Right.
4th one.
And somebody else is going to be in the tournament. It's the mayor of Britsburg, Britt Baker, against Chris LaRusso. If Britt loses, gone from IWC forever. She wins, she's the first woman in the Super Indie tournament.
Wouldn't want any other woman to be the first one.
I wouldn't either.
Great point. Yeah.
I really wouldn't. It was a great match.
Yeah,
It was a great
good.
match. I have now got a runny nose for some reason. Britt comes out wearing green. I've never seen Britt wear green before.
St. Patty's Day.
It was St. Patrick's Day. And it looked great. It really looked great. Britt, love you for everything you've done. Sorry we couldn't get things to work out for the Spotlight show.
It's understandable.
That other elite company's got something to do with it over us little guys. So,
Well, they're elite. We're not.
Amy,
Right.
talk to the Bucks.
yeah.
Have them figure something out.
Yeah. Thanks, Amy. So this was part of my offer for the night. I thought, no way she wins.
No.
Not that she couldn't, but as we've discussed on the show, Mark, when a talent is potentially exiting or likely exiting, their mind is on other things. Their mind is on the organization for which they'll soon be working, not the organization they're leaving. So I thought her mind, and I didn't give her credit, I'm sorry. I thought maybe her mind would be on other things and not this match. Because you don't want to double book yourself, but she probably was like, no, I'll go out there, I'll win this match.
She says double or nothing.
Yeah, double or nothing.
True.
And she's got a lot of obligations right now, but I bet she wouldn't have it any other way. She went out there and she had a game plan that if I can get this submission, sort of like that
Rings of Saturn. Type move. Yeah.
crossface type move, that I might have a chance. She kept going after it.
She locked it in, 4 or 5 times?
Yeah, LaRusso had some nice counters where
Good scouting.
He would
He's a
roll her
veteran. He's a
back and get
veteran.
the pin,
He
or
would-
he first
Pick her-
when he
pick
was
her
still
right up.
strong, he could pick her right up.
Yep, absolutely. Picked her up, pinned her, which made her rethink when and how she goes for that finisher. But ultimately, she locked in that finisher, and the dude tapped out.
Once she gets the fingers in the mouth, kind of like the mandible claw, and
Yeah.
pulls on that jaw with the pressure on the arms and the shoulders.
And plus, she's a dentist, so she's got to know where to apply the most pressure in his mouth, right?
DMD.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Instantly tapped.
Yeah.
So, Britt Baker, now in the Super Indie Tournament. First woman, and that's my pick. On record right now, Britt Baker is going to be my pick to win the Super Indie Tournament.
Wow.
Good pick. Good pick.
Just throwing it out there. We're months away. We are months away from
Was
that.
it June?
Yes. So,
I love her. I really do. But against Jonathan Gresham, I mean, that guy can twist
and
bulk,
everything.
into
Who
a pretzel.
who says,
They'll even
that
get the
even going to
chance.
match up?
Right, they may not, but if they do, I mean, they keep winning their respective matches. If they're at opposite ends of the bracket, but they both keep winning, eventually they're going to meet in the finals.
Is that how a tournament works?
That's exactly how it works. I've
Holy
watched a few of them.
crap.
Yeah,
I've seen a few on Facebook.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tournaments.
And speaking of which, go ahead and announce who won the Super Indie Tournament.
The bad gimmick tournament, the winner, IRS.
Yes.
How does
But wait a minute. Why is that a bad gimmick?
Hey, I didn't put him in. Other people called and said put him in. It's horrible. We're going to take a pause here.
Okay.
How does Duke the Dumpster Drosy not win a Garbage Man's Wrestling Podcast tournament?
I don't know.
What the hell is wrong with you guys?
Because
We
Can
set
Crusher
it up
Nation,
for you.
ask yourself that question.
We
what's
set it
with
up
that?
for you.
Because people respect that line of work, maybe.
Who did you get eliminated by?
IRS.
Was
That's
it?
why.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's why.
He did. That's right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But it was great. We will announce another tournament here in the near future. Actually, the powers that be are working on it upstairs right now. So after this match, though, Britt gets the win. We hear, Johnny Cash or whoever Waylon Jennings.
Stranger in your house.
Yeah, and a couple of people around us were singing it, and I'm like, wow, they actually know this song. Here comes Jock. Goes in the ring, extends his hands, picks up LaRusso, gives him good game,
A little slap on the butt.
and they walk out together. And John's got a prediction, folks.
I predict, because of the losing streak on which LaRusso's been, that he will now join forces with Jock Sampson. Jock Sampson's going to take him under his wing. We have seen some different LaRussos. We have seen some crazy-ass masks and whatever else. I think we're going to see a Chris LaRusso who's cowboyed up a little bit.
So we're going to have I'm going to spin it like a Sergeant Slaughter package, getting Greg Gagne ready.
Yeah.
So we're going to have LaRusso riding a horse or fighting a pig or chasing
Trying
chickens
to catch
get
chickens.
fat.
Yeah. something.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
them in shape.
He'll enter Jock Sampson's version of the Cobra Corps because it's a rough world out there, guys. IWC is a tough business, and you're on a losing streak. You need a little something. That's nice. We've been critical of Jock Sampson. That's pretty good of him to extend his hand like that, and I think that's what's going to go down. He's going to offer some training sessions, maybe a new outlook on life.
How to be a cowboy.
How to be a cowboy. Cowboys are tough, man. Pick yourself up by your bootlaces or whatever that saying is.
The American dream.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I want to see some of those vignettes. LaRusso running through the ranch.
Yes. God, let's just make them anyway. If this doesn't happen,
Yeah.
can we just have Corey do it? At least somebody needs to make this happen. So we
Yeah.
have intermission, and kids get ice cream. And
Wrestling figures.
by the way, can I say how much I love Core Time Sports? We really don't give them their props. They have quick service. You know, the kids are always happy there. Just props to them. I really like everything they do. They mix up their food every once in a while. So thank you, Core Time Sports.
Yeah, shout out to
sure.
the fans, too. I mean, the place was packed. The line for concessions was out the door and sort of circling back into, the venue, into the gym. But people were kind of coming and going, and everybody was courteous. And, hey, man, I didn't jump in line, did I? No, it's all right. Go ahead. All the fans are just really super cool. And as packed as that place was, like Mark said, they kept the line moving, and the service was great. And there's some hardworking kids behind that counter.
So after the whole intermission, Bulk comes out and he's pissed he's not on the match. He's not on the card.
He's fighting for the title last month.
And now he's nowhere.
But how does he know he wasn't on the card?
He must have had a talk with Plummer.
Maybe. Yeah, because, he can't.
Reed.
Yeah.
Oh! So he wouldn't know his name's not on there. Anyway.
So then out comes Mandime. And I'm like, this is going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Mandime mad, against Bulk. And I'm like, this is a nice little quick match after the intermission.
Bulk could toss him around a little bit, but Mandime maybe show some heart.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That'd be great. Then the STDs come out. And I'm like, oh, I don't know
Here
what
we
the
go.
hell's going on now.
Ginger was out there.
Yeah.
It's a spice of John's life.
Mark, at some point, not to jump Mark here, but he was trying to watch the match, and I just had my phone in his face. Here's another picture I took of Ginger. Here's some video I took of Ginger. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, thanks.
Ginger PFA him. He really is unbelievable. Unbelievable. After the STDs come out and say their shtick, Mambo comes out.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he is great.
He really. St. Patrick was Italian. Thank you. Finally, somebody else
Chess
knows
said
that.
that.
Chess
Yeah,
did,
Chad
yeah.
said that. So, they started dance off.
Yep.
And
For
they're all
18 years.
dancing.
For the 18 years IWC, might
Bro,
have a party.
18 years, bro. Yep. So they're all dancing a little bit, and
I loved it. I saw Chess grab the ref, and they're doing a little.
Oh, I missed that.
I did miss
together.
that.
Chess
Wow.
did a spin. It was nice. Everybody was, except for Ball. He wasn't dancing.
He can't do much.
Can't do any.
Yeah. He whatever. So out comes the Founding Fathers. Mm-hmm. And this is where we're going to be critical now.
I don't know them too good, so that's,
You shouldn't.
Yeah, that's up to you guys.
John, go.
All right. I like a couple of them. I like Super Hentai. Super cool dude.
He was cool, yeah.
Really nice
First time
guy.
I ever saw him, he was cool.
Yeah, great athlete. He's been at it a long time, and still does some amazing things in the ring. I like Super Hentai a lot. We've talked to him. Jimmy Vegas seems like a cool dude. Side note, when Hulk Hogan was inducted into the Hall of Fame, one of the things he said was the one thing that matters in our business. He goes, well, actually two things. One is the money and the miles, and the other is never say never. And that was a case in point last night. Never say never, because I never thought I'd see
Dennis Gregory.
Dennis Gregory
Or
and
Bubba.
or Bubba in an IWC ring again. I don't want to pull any punches here. There was a social media battle maybe a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, where there was some personal stuff said. So I was just stunned to see Dennis Gregory in an IWC ring.
Directly at Justin Plummer.
Yeah.
And it actually upset me. Because he brought Plummer's kids into this.
Well, in fairness, I don't think he did. But he started a thread.
The riot.
That brought in other people who then started to mock Justin's family. Which, guys, is such bullshit. And it pisses us off. Because you want to talk business, fine. And if this guy wanted to talk business, talk business. Justin is this, he's that, he's a scumbag, whatever. Fine, don't work for the guy. But you blast him on social media. I'm working other places. I'm making better money. You won't see me there again. Justin reached out to the guy. Hey, I'm sorry. Call me. Oh, now you want to call me. It was just so nasty. And yet here he is. And for what? Because it's 18 years? What about next year when it's 19 years? Is he going to be back again?
I hope not.
You know,
Well, it's 18 years. He doesn't have to pay child support anymore, so might as well show up once.
Yeah.
I was put off. And then, you know, again, I think Bubba the Bulldog, a lot of the guys seem to respect him. I don't know much about him. We saw him when he came out of retirement briefly. And then
He doesn't show up, and these same three then just completely blast Bubba. Because he went to a barbecue instead of coming to a match.
He called him out during the match, which, look, as far as fans are concerned, card's subject to change. We didn't need to know why he wasn't there. But he says something to the effect of, he'd rather be at a barbecue than here, and that's a shoot. Well, you know, thanks for breaking the fourth wall for us and calling out your guy.
Hey, Colt Cabana.
Wow, you got some good one-liners.
Soup's just coming today.
Yeah. So anyway, I was a little put off by this match in general.
It's not memorable.
Yeah.
It really isn't. The Founding Fathers get the win. And that's pretty much about it. I mean, I can't tell you much that happened. Again, it was just... There was a dead night, a dead spot in the night. It was this. I don't think many people were on board, nor did anybody kind of care. It's just time to let it go.
You know, one other quick thing for those who don't know or maybe don't even care. Both my parents came from Italy. Mark is half Italian on his mother's side. Mambo Italiano is hilarious.
Yes.
He's a lot of fun. You're not offending anybody. There were other options, Mr. Gregory, other than calling this guy a Dago. I thought that was maybe in poor taste. And maybe going for that lowest common denominator.
It's his spot.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
And it's maybe indicative of why he is where he is. Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on up. Oh, he comes later, by the way.
Yeah. Just when we thought we were done.
Yeah. Next match is Madison Rayne against Katie Arquette, and everybody's out with Katie. Well, Mandime's not, which I was upset about that.
Well, he just got taken to the woodshed.
Yeah, I know.
He did eat the pin, that man.
Yeah, and that sucks.
Upsetting.
Mandime should not have taken the pin.
He's paying his dues. He's a talented kid, and he's going to rise above all this. He's paying his dues.
Right. I agree. So Calvin's out, and LeBar for the first time in a while.
I must mention, Calvin looked great. He had some glitter on the skin. He was glowing. Fantastic job, Calvin.
So we find out Calvin and Danny are now going to be handcuffed to each other for this match. And I'm like, oh, all right, that's fine. They're going to be able to move around. This is going to be at least fun. No! They're handcuffed through the freaking ring.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, around the ring, like they put their hands around the ring post and then cuffed them together so that they could still run around, but one would have to go into the ring, then out of the ring on the other side.
Yeah.
But essentially, they were both stuck in that corner and nobody was moving.
Right, and it would have been great to see that happen. But
Yeah.
more to come on that.
Yeah.
You have a great you had a great line. You tried to get a good joke across.
Right.
And you were defended by your girl. But I just said that it was just a little too long because it was dead quiet. And you just yelled one in my ear. And then what did you yell?
That's the closest he's ever been to holding a girl's hand.
That was 4 seconds.
Yeah.
For a wrestling chant. I
Yeah,
mean,
it wasn't like that. Da, da, da.
right.
Nothing like that. It was, here's everything I have to say in no rhythm at all.
Right. And that's what it was. And that's what it was. But people had heard you, and they kind of like, ha, ha, ha. But it was just too long.
Yeah, it was a little too much, yeah.
You know, whatever. Good match.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Good match. I'm going to be that guy. I saw the writing on the wall because
Yeah.
I just recently, like 2 days ago, read that Madison Rayne had re-signed with Impact. So her schedule has just filled back up real quick. So,
Good for her.
yeah, good for her.
her.
Katie becomes the two-time women's champion. She now ties Britt's record.
Yeah, for two-time champions.
Two-time. So LeBar gets involved a little bit. The ref gets knocked out, and Calvin knew instantly what pocket the key was in.
Maybe watched him before the match where he
Yeah.
stuck the key.
Yeah, boom,
Yeah.
unlocked himself, but then locked Danny right to the
rope.
ring herself, so she couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see Danny get involved some more.
Yeah. To your point, a couple things. I would like to have seen a little more from them. Like, we mentioned if you go in the ring and out of the ring, then you're on the same side. You guys can both move around or something. I would have liked to have seen at least a power struggle between them, being cuffed together. Maybe Danny even overpowering them.
Right, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. The other thing is we have talked about LeBar and Katie together. Will it work? Will it not work? I don't think they like each other, but I think there's a good working relationship there.
They're
There's-
having success. So.
Yeah, they're having success. They are having success. Sometimes you got to deal, as a director, as a manager, you got to deal with the diva. I noticed there was a point where things were not going Katie's way, and she was leaning against the rope and wasn't looking for guidance. But Justin LeBar is like, talking in her ear, giving her advice, and she was just like, she screamed at him, like, shut up, okay, I got this, leave me alone. Sometimes you can't direct Brando. Leave Brando alone, let him do his own thing. Watch some George Foreman fights. He goes to sit in his corner, and he's like, shut up, not a word. I don't want to hear anything. I got this. And the corner just shuts up. Katie's like, Justin, shut up. I got this. And he did. He did. So he knows, he's a smart guy. He knows how to handle his stars. And in the end, can you fault either one of them or blame either one of them?
She's a champ again.
When you win, there's no fault when you win.
That's right. Reggie Jackson and Billy Martin, man, they were at each other's
hated
throats.
each other.
At each other's throats. They won a couple of championships in the 70s.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you. Look at you. Bringing everything, the sports world to
yep,
IWC.
yep.
So, Katie won with a suplex into like a power bomb or something. I haven't seen her do this before. It kind of caught us off guard. We're like, what? That quick?
Yeah.
Or was Michael Cole with the Falcon arrow? Something like that. That's what it kind of looked like.
Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
call.
nothing, cheating insofar as she was pinned a couple of times and maybe to help her gain an extra second before kicking out, there was some interference or distraction of the referee, by LeBar. But no real cheap shots. She won with the wrestling move.
Yeah.
So, who do you think's in line now to challenge Katie? You have a returning Raylan from Japan in a couple weeks, so she could be back into the business.
Is Danny still involved? That's
I
a
don't
question.
know.
That's a question.
Like, she did
She
get-
said she was training a couple months ago.
She got kicked in the face by Katie. Mm-hmm. So,
Jinx. I think maybe
Yes,
she enters
Like
the
Jinx,
title
yeah.
picture.
Jinx deserves it.
Yeah.
I love Jinx. There's something about her that
She's
just the
not afraid to
craziness.
mix it up with the guys. So yeah, she's tough.
Yeah.
She's tough.
Yeah, talk about wiry too. She, I can never put my finger on it, but she moves sometimes like zombies in The Walking Dead.
I was just saying Skeletor.
Yeah. Yep.
Match of the night coming up. Title versus title. Wardlow
Awesome.
versus McChesney.
First time
heavyweight
ever.
versus
Super Indy.
Super Indy. I kind of put my phone away to, just remember. I have some notes, but I wanted to watch this and not be reporter-esque or anything, but this match was freaking phenomenal.
It was good.
Everything. Garbage cans, kendo sticks, ladders, tables, lions, tigers, bears, oh my.
Yeah, no DQ, no count out. It was guy versus guy, best man wins.
But first, before any of that,
Right.
who comes out, Soup?
Jackson Argos.
And you're going nuts thinking he's going to hit this reset button.
I would have loved that, for sure. What a better opportunity to steal 2 titles at once.
But McChesney says it right. This is the first time this has ever happened, and I knew some punk bitch like you was going to come out, so I have had backup set up.
Here comes your guy.
Why does it have to be them? Why did they need to do it? I would have liked to see maybe Palace help them out.
McChesney's been around, 16 out of those 18 years, so
Yeah.
he knows them.
Yeah.
They're,
Right.
4 guys.
You want to throw something in, and John and I talked about this on the way home. I don't know what he's doing, but I would have not had a voice today for this. It would have been a mark out moment, I think, for a lot of people. Have Jimmy Nuts walk through that curtain and
As backup, yeah.
and say, "I got you, bro."
Yeah.
I would have lost my shit.
Watching some old DVDs, they were a heel faction.
Yeah.
John McChesney, Jimmy Nuts, and Andrew Palace. And watching those old DVDs, Palace was hilarious as a heel. He really was. I think you would like him if you saw him as a heel.
I want
So,
heel Palace.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun.
Speaking of that, I want to bring that back to the Palace and Bostic match after the whole chair shot deal. Palace shoved the ref.
Yes! I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we missed that part. He shoved the ref, looked like he might have turned heel.
Yeah.
Came back in, picked
That
him
was
up.
Bobby. He should have done more than to shove him.
Picked
Well, when
him
he
up.
walked back, we lost. Like, he is going to go beat this ref's ass. And then he's like, look, I'm sorry. And he hugged him. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
So then we booed Palace.
Come on, man.
That was a good Warren Sapp.
Thanks.
Back to this match. So the Founding Fathers do bring beers out, and they get Argos
Spot of the
out of
night.
there.
Yeah.
Spot of the night, and that's why this show is called CJ316. He tosses, one of them tosses a beer.
Well, he chugged part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was Gregory.
Yeah.
Chugged part of a Bud Light, threw it straight up into the ceiling.
And it happens to come down heading towards the ring. CJ just watches it like he is Ken Griffey Jr. seeing his ball come to center field. He catches it, notice there's a swig or two left, downs it, and then just tosses the can.
The crowd lost it. The crowd lost it. It was a nice moment of levity. I'm not 100% sure because his Wardlow's back was to us.
I think
But
he lost
I
it.
think
He
yeah.
was chuckling.
I
for
think
sure.
he kind of had his face in the turnbuckle and got a big kick out of that. CJ, you're awesome, dude. That was a really
That
fun moment.
couldn't have turned out any better. You couldn't have planned, I'm going to drink half of this beer, throw it up, and you try
You
to catch it.
and finish it. It was,
Yeah,
it was great.
couldn't happen again. So, all right, back to the match. Amazing.
Yeah, they chase Team Storm out of the
Yeah, Chase Argos out of
yeah.
the way,
And then
get
they
the match
finally leave,
started,
too.
yeah.
and it was a hard-hitting match. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Weapons, you said, super kicks, suplexes, suplex city chants. There was everything.
This to go back to what we said earlier. This told a great story. Wardlow wrestles a certain style of match. Didn't jump the guy. They were face to face.
He just ran in and just
Just plowed right through him. They were about to lock up, and he just overpowers him into the corner, burying elbows, knees, beating on him. This was just a bigger guy beating up a smaller guy.
But the smaller guy is a Pennsylvania legend on the indie circuit.
Yeah.
He really is. So Wardlow getting this win just kind of solidifies everything in his career.
Yeah.
I mean, McChesney is known from Erie to,
Pittsburgh, to Philly, all
Bangladesh or
around.
wherever,
Wow. Bangladesh.
I didn't know
Right.
that was in PA.
Yeah,
It's close. It's right next to Wampum.
Oh, okay.
So,
We're all connected in this world, really.
right, it's a small world.
It is.
It's a very
Wardlow's
small world.
Wardlow's world.
All right.
McChesney had his offense too, though.
He did. He got a couple kicks in, a couple punches in, did a couple moves. But for the most part, Soup's right. It was Wardlow's world in this match.
And I
When-
go ahead.
When he picked up those kendo sticks, some of those
That
shots
was
to
unbelievable.
McChesney were crazy. The one hit him square in the top of the head.
Yeah.
But McChesney hung on and still hit him with a super kick after that. And it's like,
Yeah,
it was
I
nuts.
mean
That super kick was stiff.
That was flesh on the chin, man. I'm surprised he didn't loosen any teeth.
Good thing Britt was in the building.
Yeah, well, we saw her leave a little earlier, didn't
Yeah,
we?
I think she bailed a little early.
Yeah. I
upset about
liked. I really liked Wardlow. Slightly no selling, like not
He was
completely.
hulked up, though. He was
yeah,
completely hulked up at that time.
yeah. It wasn't Road Warrior Hawk like. It was maybe a notch below that, where like, oh, I felt it, but you're gonna have to do more than that. And so McChesney came at him with more than that. But I think there was a spot where he like took the kendo stick and beat it over his own head.
That was
to
as
show-
soon as he got him. He was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah,
oh,
just
it
hit
was
himself in the
before
head.
He hit McChesney with it.
Yeah, those guys put a beat down on each other. McChesney used some weapons, some pans, garbage can across Wardlow's head.
Pulled the table out.
Yeah,
Once the table came out, first of all, CJ was the ref. This is where wait. This is where we love CJ. For the love of God, you can't pick who you want to help.
He was drunk. He had that beer. It threw him off a little bit.
He helped McChesney, legit helped McChesney set the table up.
He thought they were playing beer pong. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll give you that one. I will give you that, but you just can't. And then Wardlow needed some help to move the table, like, literally 5 minutes later, and, you saw CJ go the crotch chop. Nope, not helping you. So it was almost like he was setting up the table to help McChesney put Wardlow on it.
and that's when I had another non-rhythmic
Right.
chant, and I said, "Hey CJ, why don't you just put Wardlow on the table and hold him there while McChesney does something to him?"
Now that one was much longer. The guys in front of us said, "Yeah, you should, because he turns right around and he's like, "Yeah, you should." Well, nonetheless, but CJ, you can't do that.
Yeah,
I mean, you can use it was legal, but you can't help set it up.
yeah.
That would have been like the referee once Abdullah the Butcher was in the chair at the Chamber of Horrors match.
Pulling the
Just
switch.
pulling the lever by himself. Screw it. I'm just going to pull this for Cactus Jack. Granted,
Can't do
it
that.
had already been turned on and off 6 times, but nonetheless, different
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. He set up the table, though. Wardlow did, and he went for his swanton dive. McChesney got up, intercepted it the first time, which was cool. I'm glad it didn't work out the first time.
But Wardlow went off then. Literally just headbutting, punching,
Yeah.
like hardcore. McChesney was knocked out on that table.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what you needed to do. Because the first time he went for it, I'm like, I don't know about
Still a
this.
little life in him.
Yeah, he should be able to get up, and if he doesn't, I'm going to be mad because I don't believe it. So he did get up, and that's when Wardlow was like, I really got to put this guy out if I'm going to put him out. So that's when he just unloaded on him and made sure he was absolutely out on that table before going for the dive. And the dive was it. Put him through the table.
I've seen Wardlow do that dive so many times, and I was so worried. I'm like, damn, it's not far enough.
Yeah.
He's a big man. He can step that far. I'm like, whatever he did last night, though, like, he turned perfectly. He turned early enough.
Jeff Hardy-esque.
It was perfect. He did it perfect. Swanton him through the table, drug his ass in the middle of the ring, and got the win.
And that's it. He held up 2 belts, and it was an awesome moment, him holding up those 2 belts.
And I'm glad your boy didn't come back out. I'm glad nobody came out. They gave the moment to Wardlow.
Who deserves it?
Yeah.
He's only the second person ever to do this.
See, I didn't even know there was a first. I had no idea somebody else held both belts at the same time.
And he's a drifter.
Wow. I never
Wow.
knew that. I never knew
Wow.
Walk with Elias.
that. Wow.
So, That's some good company to be with right now. Don't you think?
For sure.
During the go back sort of to the beginning of the night when they were playing the video of the two of them sort of at like that press conference with Justin in the middle, I said to you guys, Wardlow's a star. I mean, just the way he carries himself, his look, and his entrance. He gave us sort of a profile view when he came out first, and then slowly turned. It's, I don't know what the word is. I mean, it's all very natural, you know, his entrance and what he's doing, whether how much of it is, lack of a better term, choreographed beforehand or what he's got in mind to do. Regardless, it's a very natural, badass intro. And that reminded me, I wanted to give a shout out earlier to Bulk. His intro, when he came out to complain that he didn't have a match, he was walking at a certain pace that had a lot of energy behind it, but at the same time was just the right number of steps behind the cameraman who was walking backwards. And then I guess kudos to the cameraman too. But that just shows, like, even something as small as an entrance
Makes it.
And it's hard. It's not easy. Wardlow wants to just blow right through there. Well, then what's going to happen? He's going to knock the cameraman over.
Right.
But he's plowing straight ahead with a certain energy, but maintaining a certain distance that, you know, keeps everybody safe, but still looks like I'm making a beeline for that ring because I got something to say. So I think he's really improved. I think we're going to see him Bulk Nasty on TV sometime down the road. But Wardlow, I think we're going to see him on TV too sometime down the road. He's a superstar.
I hate this. The cheap "you deserve it" because we got that in the next match. Nothing against that, but Wardlow, you do deserve it. You deserve everything you get. This is the dad coming out now, real quick. Every time the kids wave at you, give you a high five. I mean, you have been there for the boys. So within that, you're awesome. And you're a hell of a performer, and you literally deserve everything that's coming your way.
Yeah.
So the next match is the main event of the evening, and we're going to stop right there. And I understand why.
Yeah.
But I still think it needed to be flip-flopped. You still could have done this
After
right.
the whole send-off, though, you know, with all it was
That's
nice.
my point. Yeah, I'm with you, Soup. During the match, I'm thinking, boy, Wardlow and McChesney is hard to follow. But then when you got the send-off, you were like, that would have been impossible to follow.
Right?
You could not do a send-off and then do a match.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I think Justin and Jenny got this one right to put
Well, clearly, you're going to.
DJZ
Right. I'm
on
going
last.
match quality. The match quality, the title versus title was best match of the night.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
agree.
This ended up, to me,
Still a
was
great match.
a good match, but it was very spotty at times.
Yeah.
There was times that 75 people were just laying on the ground, figuring out what was going on next. So we have Chuck Roberts comes back out, and he's going to do the announcing. Nick, you better watch out, because if Roberts wants to be the announcer again,
It was good.
Holy
he
cow.
was unbelievable.
He brought out a new suit jacket and everything
Yeah.
for it too.
Like a tuxedo shirt and tie.
Yeah,
Damn, he was
Crazy.
good.
It was
The
good.
energy. Yeah, he was an awesome ring announcer.
I love Nick, though, too. But,
Yeah.
So we have Flippin' Ain't Easy, Glory, and Facade. They come off the rafters.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
cool. First time we saw that.
Our boy Jimmy Delicious comes out.
Dr. Delicious now.
Dr.
So maybe he's
Delicious.
been studying. in
Brits
the-
helped him
See,
out.
with Brit,
Yeah.
study group or something.
But what
Love.
carries
He
a higher degree, though? Like dentistry or deliciousness?
Good point.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you
we
need more in
should
your
send
life?
that to a vote to Can't Crush Your Nation.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure out how to do that.
Because you go to the dentist twice a year.
You should
I'm
love
with you.
every day.
Huh?
You should be love delicious. I have that together.
Yeah. You need deliciousness at least a couple times a week, right?
If not
I
a
would
couple
hope
times
so.
a day.
Yeah.
Afternoon delights, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh. So he comes out, and he doesn't get a big pop, but from us. Like,
Yeah.
everybody knows where this is going. And then DJZ comes out.
I like that video package.
I was going
they
to say,
showed.
after an awesome package,
Incredible.
they 2008 video that was, it looks like that was recorded in Clearfield. I know
Yeah.
the backdrop of that. And I'm
What
like,
was it, after he won the heavyweight title for the first time?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it just spins into him talking from a 2019.
Like a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, damn.
And there's almost no change in the guy's face. He looks the same age now as he did 11 years ago, 12 years ago, whatever it was.
Right. Unbelievable. So he gets the whole works, the streamers and everything, and it's fun. It
Yeah, it was
really
a lot of
is
fun.
The match, like I said, was good.
Good
Yeah.
spot, bunch of spots, good spots.
Yeah.
Jimmy gets hurt
Yeah.
quick, and
But
that
he-
stinks.
Yeah, it was quick into the match, but he fought through it for a
Yeah.
solid another 10, 15 minutes
Yeah.
or so, and good power to him, man, to be able to finish it.
I have just two minor critiques about this match and how it came across to me. I get it was his last match, and he was in there with three guys about whom he cared very much. But it seemed like, this is my last night here. I want to get absolutely everything in, know, and I want all my friends to get everything in. And that's where it kind of just became a little bit spotty. Yeah, just a little bit. And the other thing is, we are huge Jimmy DeMarco fans. But when you look at, and this is in no way meant to be derogatory towards Jimmy. When you look at the other three guys in the match, they wrestle a certain style.
They're luchas.
Yeah, Jimmy doesn't match that.
He's a
You know?
brawler.
Yeah, he's more of a brawler.
A lover.
And a lover. Yeah, he brawls when he needs to brawl and loves when he needs to love. But he is he's a very funny guy. He brings a lot of comedy to his matches, and there was a point where he bit the biter.
Right.
He had Gory, but instead of like biting his hand like Gory does, he bit his nipple.
And I heard him say something. He's like, breastfeeding time.
Yeah. That was awesome. But that was about the only thing we saw that was sort of like that. He can get in there with smaller guys and bigger guys when he's doing his thing. It's a lot of fun. Like I don't remember. Was it Bulk who'd he say it to? I want his big fat ass in the ring or something. To have a pose off. Like that's the sort of thing that Jimmy does really, really well and is super entertaining. But when you have him in there with three high flyers, we didn't get an opportunity to really see the very best that Jimmy has to offer.
And it wasn't to be about Jimmy tonight. I'll step
Absolutely,
back. It wasn't supposed to be about him, but at least give him 3 minutes.
Right.
Because if you're all BFFs and everything, give him 3 minutes to do his shtick. And maybe the breastfeeding thing was his shtick, but it was late in the match when it has already been crazy. And again, this isn't about him. This is about DJZ.
Yeah.
So,
But
he
yeah,
got all his in.
I would have liked to have seen a little more with him. Maybe
I
he does a
agree.
couple of nut shots. Maybe he does,
I'm
but
so
something,
sick of
something,
all
yeah,
that
okay, but something brawlish / funny that he's
Right.
known for.
One of my favorite things with this is going to be turned into a Jimmy DeMarco hour now. When he was fighting VIP with his girlfriend Ashley, that was some of the greatest stuff. And somehow he got a mic at the end of the night, and everybody was trying to get the mic away from him. It's like me just talking right now. He just rambled some of the shit that he said.
Yeah.
My kids got an education that night.
It was a lot of fun. He's awesome, man. He is very, very cool. One thing that was very good in this match, though, was we got to see Flippin' Ain't Easy and why they were the better team with more experience. They had some nice double team moves, and I would have liked to have seen more of that. More of why they're the better team.
Right.
But this guy in his last match is going to find a way to win anyway.
And he does. DJZ gets the pin, gets the win, and afterwards, this is what the whole night was about.
Yep.
The locker room clears, and he thanks everybody that's ever been in IWC, from
Plummer to Roberts to George Jefferson to Wardlow, everybody.
anybody. Everybody got the thank you. And he's bummed. And this sucks. Because he can't really tell us why. There's been stuff leaked that he was hurt, this, that, and well, he's not hurt. Okay?
Thankfully.
There's two big organizations out there. He has dabbled in ROH before. He's dabbled in Impact before. So those weren't brought up.
Nope.
He didn't say anything. I thought maybe he would leave with an elite comment, or he doesn't. Then the crowd starts chanting NXT. And he smirks a little bit, and he says, I really can't say anything. I didn't say anything.
I actually said I didn't say nothing, which is a double negative.
Right. And thank you. I actually pointed that out to you.
Yes. So you're learning.
I am learning, but
Yes.
slowly, though. Slowly. I just caught on that the whole freaking English tip was about me. So he doesn't say anything, but he smirks. So
He said we'll see him on TV soon.
Real soon.
I think that's a good organization for him. NXT. There's some guys with whom he can have some very good matches in NXT.
Well, some of it he has, he already has had.
Right.
They've worked together in ROH and stuff like that. I think that'll be great. He deserves it, and that's this stupid cheap heat. He deserves it.
Yeah, he does.
So, all in all, we got a great anniversary pay-per-view show from IWC. Let's rate this out.
Without hesitation, 6 beers. It was fantastic.
I'll give it 6 beers also.
Yeah.
Maybe even 7. I'll give one to CJ.
CJ brings his own. CJ 316, don't waste that damn beer. Without a doubt, Plumbers, you continue to keep us going and saying, my God, we love this shit.
Coming back month after month.
Yeah. Next month, they are in Meadville for Night of Superstars. Folks, if you don't know that, make sure you get online. Check it out at iwcwrestling.com. You'll have the lights of MVP. You'll have Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You'll have the Hurricane. You'll have...
Hardcore Holly.
And the
man.
icon, the man they call Sting.
Yeah. Hacksaw's got me the most excited. I love Hacksaw.
Really?
I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then in May, they have a combination type of show. Downfall is this May 25th. It's the Lucha show and IWC back-to-back in White Oak.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, in White Oak. Double or nothing that night, though. So we'll have to see where that takes us. Mm-hmm. So, all right, what do you guys want to say?
Awesome night, man. Lots and lots of fun. You managed to accomplish leaving your fans breathless, but at the same time, wanting more. It was nearly perfect.
It was good, for sure. I'm going to throw out April 15th is coming, tax season. Get that stuff in.
And if you are audited and you need someone to write a letter that's going to get you out of that audit, the English professor is your man.
Guys, remember, tie your garbage bags because I hate throwing loose garbage bags.
Yeah, all right.
Remember, John, just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't do great things. Soup, it's called a garbage can, not a garbage cannot. See you guys Wednesday. Call in on Thursday. Plumbers, we love you.